Got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet, feel that hot blood in my...
I love when people who didn't own their own business used to say crazy stuff. Like, I want to own my own business one day so I can work my own hours. You heard this one? I'm like, good news, you're getting all of them. All 24. I run my business and most importantly my sales teams like a sports team. I don't use sports cliches, I use sports principles and I use sports disciplines. And here's the example. See, in business, we think knowledge and experience makes us great. It's not true. You see, in sports, it's not about who knows the sporting event the best. Those are the guys who are the announcers. It's not the people who know how to act the best. Those guys are the directors. It's who has the best talent, the best skill, and has the most commitment and the most practice to do the job better than anyone else. They are successful because of their skill, not their knowledge. And I will tell you in business, what I have found to be true is true in every industry, in every country, is the leader who can focus on making people better and not more experienced wins. Now, and lastly, a sales professional knows that confidence breeds competence. Confidence is not something that we inherently have and keep. That's the trick. A lot of people think confidence is something that you're born with. Confidence is something that we continue to fill up. When we learn something, like have you ever noticed when you leave this meeting, you're more confident when you go home? My challenge to you is if you'll learn to practice every single day and every single week, this confidence level stays up. And when we are confident, people assume that we are competent. And I will tell you, as a father of 3 daughters, there's nothing more important to me than my confident daughters. Don't care about smart. I like kind, but I need confident. And my youngest daughter, we go to meet with her teacher. And when she was in first grade, she's now in first grade again. There's a story here. And we go to meet with the teacher, and so my wife's like, I said, hey, do I get to go on this one? She goes, yes. I don't go to schools a lot anymore. I did a field trip once, and it didn't go well. See, I like kids. Well, no, that's not true. I like my kids. I just don't like other people's kids. I know, I coach baseball too, it's whatever. And so I go to school and the teacher says, hey, listen, let me tell you about Savannah. She is just this, they call her sunshine. She is so positive and everybody loves Savannah. They call her sunshine. And I'm like, she gets that from her dad. And my wife's like, no words, but a lot said. And I went, and then she says, but Savannah doesn't focus. Like, she's half time she's in Savannah land, which we don't know where it is. It's just not here. And if I give her direction, she starts off real strong, but fades away. And my wife, without skipping a beat, she gets that from her dad. And she's so right. The teacher continues talking, and she says, we want to move Savannah to second grade because she passed. And my wife says no. She's not ready. She's too young. She's an August 31st baby. She's half the year too young. And she says, we would rather have a confident daughter than a smart daughter. Because we'll get smart, but we need to start confident. And that's how we need to be in sales. How many people believe attitude is important? Raise your hand. How many believe it's the most important? Raise your hand. I believe, I agree with you. How many of you are leaders that have employees and believe attitude is most important? Raise your hand. Okay, here's what I want you to do. If you have employees and you believe that attitude is the most important, tomorrow morning I want you to go fire everyone with a bad attitude in your office. Everyone's like, oh, hey, back it up. Don't know if you know this about my office. I got 2 employees. I fire one, it's me. It's a bad idea. But it's true. I'm not saying go fire them yet. I'm saying sometimes we don't tell people what we expect out of them. Attitudes are imperative, and here's what I will tell you. The first thing you got to do is remove the life sucker. Yeah, you can clap for it. Dang right. Get them out of your life, because you know what they want to do? They want to suck the life out of you. And if you don't know what they look like, do you want me to show you what they look? I will show you what they look like. Want to go to the movies? Yeah. Probably sold out. What are tickets? $400 each now? Bunch of kids out front playing sucky face. Wife's yipping and yapping about that. Boss is an idiot. Oh, good news, corporate's coming to help. I always find that funny when they're paying my bill. Yeah, I'll go to the movie with you. Raise your hand if you know someone like this. I'm gonna warn you, if you're not raising your hand, pretty good chance it's you. I'm just giving you observations, I'm not making judgments. But you gotta remove the life sucker. Man, people say, how you doing? I say, I'm living the dream, no matter what. Living the dream. And it's great because it's applicable whether I'm having a good day or a bad day, because I did not say it was a good dream. I have 4 children, 25, 17, 9, and 7. I'm the only cat you know that at 40 years old had a kid, a vasectomy, and a hair transplant in the same year. I know, my wife's like, quit telling everyone about the hair transplant. Might as well tell you I've had 2. A sales professional, our intent is truly to serve them. Listen, I'm a servant. I want to serve you. I want you to love me. And because I found that if you love me and I serve you, you pay me. It's really cool. Have you ever noticed the greatest servant in a restaurant gets the biggest tips, not because they're working for tips, but because they're servants? And people think servants are low-level people. No. The greatest leaders I've ever met in my life, the most successful people I've ever met in my life, are the greatest servants. Because they're so confident, they're humble, and they don't worry about, no task is beneath them. FBI selling. You use this, feature, benefit, impact. I love this. The skill that I want you to bring with this is this. The feature is not your product. The feature is you. We've been teaching this wrong since the 80s, or even before that, but I only remember the 80s because I'm not that old. Hair transplants work. The feature's us. The benefit is the time and the service we give people. They can buy your product or a similar product of yours anywhere else, can't they? I mean, come on. Every business that's not government is a commodity, if we allow it to be. The value that we must sell is what we do, not what we say. It's what we understand, not what we tell. We are the feature. What we do is benefit. And how we touch people and change their lives, that's the impact. And the bigger the impact, the more the success. Say, I am passionate. Thank you, guys.